There are some new trends heading our way for 2023. So today I wanted to talk about some of the trends that you're going to see for spring and summer. These are going to be very wearable and very easy for your brain to digest, as opposed to some of the major Y2K trends, especially if you are 40 years and older, because we have all been there. And a lot of these trends we have all done before, but they always come back around. And I think there's some good ones coming for spring and summer. And it's going to give us some different choices, which is really nice. So if you're new around here, my name is Jamie. Welcome to my channel. I would love it if you guys love this video to hit the thumbs up and also hit the subscribe if you have not already, and the little bell to get notifications. I do post 2 videos a week, normally on Thursday and Saturday mornings. So I'm calling these new trends because I think they're the trends that have won the popularity contest for spring and summer. So these are things that maybe were shown on the runway or in street style during Fashion Week, and they're actually going to trickle down and be in stores. So I think they're going to be some of the biggest trends that we're going to see, and a lot of them are fairly new. Some of them we have not even seen before, or if we have seen them, it was so little that they just kind of went over our head. So I hope you do enjoy these. If you do, please let me know which ones you love and look forward to in the coming season. So this trend is at the top of my list for trends during the spring and summer season, and I'm actually wearing it, and it's polka dots. So I have to confess that I have never been the biggest fan of polka dots. Even when they were on trend before, it's just not a print that I actually loved, but it's growing on me. And I found this blouse and I thought it was really cute, and it was a style of blouse that I really like. And I thought, you know, instead of getting a floral that I normally would get, or a plaid or something else, I decided to do polka dots. And I think polka dots are going to be so easy. I think the best items for polka dots are going to be blouses like this, maybe a cute sweater that's lightweight, a cardigan, or a dress. So those 3 items would be very easy to add to your wardrobe. Maybe something you already have if you love polka dots, because I do think polka dots are somewhat classic, which some of these trends will be a little bit more classic for you, which is a good thing. I love it when classic pieces are trending. So if you are that person that always has stripes in your closet for a staple or a basic piece, as opposed to, or in addition to, your solid color, then this one is going to be probably one of your favorites, because it's bold stripes or elevated stripes. So these are using bold color or wider striping on the garment to create a look. And I really love this one. I think it's very fun. If you love stripes, then I say take off with this one, because I do think that stripes are always kind of a classic that stays in style. But in a season where we're going to see a lot of fun color, whether it's a bold color or a unique pastel or even a neon, I think finding a striped top or even a fun skirt or dress that you could do, and maybe even a light cardigan to just accent your outfit, I think those are the pieces that would be fun to add and will last a lot longer than, say, maybe a pair of striped pants or something that's a little bit more out there. This next trend is going to remind you a little bit of tie-dye. And I know tie-dye had its moment over the pandemic, and then it just completely fizzled out. And so this one I think is going to be a lot more sophisticated and better for the average person. And so I'm calling this one watercolor, or they call it dip dye. And so basically these garments look like they have watercolor on them. So like a watercolor painting where all the colors kind of run together. It's sort of like the ombre effect, which I think we're going to see ombre as well, which is usually taking either a dark color and going to light, or taking light to go to dark. I don't know if you remember when the hairstyles that way, where you had dark color that went all the way to blonde on the bottom. So this is something that was trending, but I think the watercolor is going to be a little bit different than the ombre effect. And I think the color combinations are going to be very cool, because I love all the colors coming for spring and summer. So our skirts are getting a new length for the spring and summer. And I do think that this was something that was a little bit in the fall and winter that we saw, but I think we're going to see a lot more of them in spring and summer. And it's the knee length. And I think you ladies will really appreciate this because the minis and the middies and the maxis have been so popular. So now we're mixing in the knee length. I think this one is super wearable, and it's probably something you already have in your closet. But if this style works for you, then I think this is going to be your season, and I'm hoping we will see lots of fun prints and colors and maybe even really good denim in this length. So I wanted to mention this one, although I think this is very, very specific on your body shape. But I do want to mention it because it's something very new, and I don't know how cool it is and I don't know how long it's going to last, but it's definitely a fun wearable silhouette, and it's the drop waist dress. So this is something that was popular in the 20s and in the 80s. So this is an 80s fashion item that's coming back. And I don't think it's the best for curvy figures, but if you have more of a straight figure, or if you're even apple shape and you can find one that just kind of skims your body, this can be a very cute dress for you. And I'm not talking about like the baby doll dresses. This is really a drop waist. So the waist does not hit at the natural waist, it comes lower and starts at the hip line. And I really kind of love this, and I think a rectangle shape like I am can get really excited about this because it's going to fit our body shape very well. So I'll be interested to see what actually comes out in this shape for the spring and summer. This is a Y2K trend that I wanted to mention because it is very, very new. This is not something I have seen a lot in other seasons, and we're seeing a lot of it on the runway shows, and celebrities are wearing this style, and it's the bubble hem. And it is a lot more understated than it was in the year 2000s. So I do think that it is a little bit more wearable than it was then, and it's more wearable for all ages. So I think the styles that I have seen so far in stores are actually really cute, and they're less obtrusive, I guess, than the bubble hems used to be, and just a little bit understated and just a little bit more modern. So I do think that this will be a fun trend to see, and I'd love to know if you have worn the bubble hems before, and if not, if you think you will wear them this year. I think one of the big things in styling for this next year is going to be accessories. So you're going to notice that a lot of the accessories are going to be quite a bit more elevated than usual. And so this next trend is one of my favorites, and it's the shoulder length earrings. There were a lot of shoulder length earrings on the runway shows, and these just drop down and they're just beautiful and make such a nice statement without being over the top. So if you are into earrings and just really love making a statement with them, I think this trend is going to be for you, and it may already be something that you have in your jewelry box. I know I have a pair. I actually have a few pair, and I absolutely love them, and I'm going to be pulling them out. I already have, if you haven't noticed, in some of my past videos, and I just think this one's a really fun one. So I did mention this trend in another video I did a couple of weeks ago on trends, and I called it the rosette trend, but I kind of want to change that and call it the 3D floral trend, because you're not only going to see rosettes, as in the roses that are 3D, but you're going to see other flowers as well. So this trend is very, very different. It's been a long time since I've seen something, and I don't know that I've quite seen it like it was done on the runway shows. But I think it's fun. If you love florals, this is a great new way to wear florals. So I know floral is always trending, and this is just a different way to wear it. So I thought I would mention it, and I think it's a lot of fun. So I hope you loved all of those. I really think they're super wearable, and I really think my viewers get these, which is why I wanted to mention all of them. And I would love your feedback in the comments below. And if you made it this far, let me know what you're interested in, especially for winter time. I mean, we are still in winter time, and I'm talking a lot about spring. So are you still interested in winter? I would really love to know that. So let me know that in the comments below as well. So thank you so much for watching. Remember to love your neighbor and be kind, and I will talk to you next time.